Hello, let's talk some more about Mendeley. I want to just quickly show those who are using Mendeley for the first time how to install Mendeley. Basically, what you do is go to www.mendeley.com. Okay, and then you can either click here, or click down here and download Mendeley. Mendeley is free. You can just download it and use it. When you click on download, you'll be prompted to give your first name, your surname, and then your email address, and then you can create a free account. Okay. In my own case, I've already downloaded Mendeley and I've installed it on my computer. All right, so I will just try to start my own Mendeley. All right, now you have a Mendeley desktop, which is your library on your desktop, and then you have a Mendeley web, which is your Mendeley reference library on the internet. Okay, and both of them are carbon copies of each other, right? So when you work on a Mendeley desktop, you usually synchronize so that what you have on Mendeley desktop, you also have on your Mendeley web. All right, so now this is my Mendeley desktop. It's already installed. Usually you install just like you install every other software. You download, double click on it, and just follow the procedures and just install it. Remember your email address that you used, and then the password you used to create your own Mendeley. Right, so now this is what my Mendeley library looks like, and my Mendeley library has several folders that I created. To create a folder, all you need to do is just click on create folder here, and then you can give the folder any name you want. All right, so and then it is created. Okay, for example, I just say demo 3 because I already have 2 demos there, and then I just click outside. Okay, and then this folder is created. Now I can add references to this particular folder. I can organize my library into different folders for easy reference. Now when I bring in references into my Mendeley desktop, all the references are entered under all documents. And then when I add new references, they come under recently added. Okay. And then I can star some references as favorites. And then sometimes some references that I bring in are not properly formatted. If they need some problem, maybe some details are not on it, maybe like volume, page number or such, they'll be under here needs review. Okay, if they need review, for example this one, I just select Mendeley is asking me these details, Mendeley is telling me these details need reviewing. You can mark them as correct or search by title on Google Scholar. All right, if you look at this, for example, you will see that the journal name here is missing. I will need to add it. It might be a problem with the way maybe the PDF was formatted, that I dragged and dropped and stuff like that. So it's always good to cross-check your references and be sure that they are uh, properly imported into your Mendeley library once and for all, so that when you're using it, you don't have any problem. Now, here you can put your own personal publications. For example, these are my publications, and they're under my publications. All right. Now here you have another provision for unsorted references. Unsorted means References in my library that are not in any folder here. I've not categorized them into any of these folders, so they will be in unsorted. All right. If I decide to move them into any of these folders, for example, I can take this one and then I put it. I just drag it and drop it under this folder called brucellosis. Okay. I can take this one also and drag it and put it there. It will cease to be under unsorted. Okay, anyone I drag and I put in a particular place will not be under unsorted again. Right? You can see them disappearing from unsorted. All right, so they are unsorted because I have not categorized them inside my library. All right, now there is another nice feature here in Mendeley. You see, this is a Mendeley suggest. Mendeley suggest. Now, what Mendeley suggest does is that with the references you've added in your library and then your publications, if you have a few good number of publications, Mendeley will be able to automatically suggest papers that are related to your own field. For example, I'm currently working on brucellosis. You see, Mendeley suggesting that I put these papers in my library. All right. So, if I want the papers, all I need to do is click on accept. Okay. It is added to my library. Accept. 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 It is added to my library. So Mendeley goes online and searches papers on my behalf, without me asking. And then it brings those papers and asks me if I want to add them to my library. Now, this is a very important feature. All right, now these are folders. If I want to see what is inside each folder, all I need to do is just click. When I click, I see these are the references under this folder. These are the references under that folder. These are the references like that. Okay, by just clicking. Okay, I see the references under the folder. Demo 3 is the one we just created now. Okay, no references inside it. All right, so like I said, you can just use this create folder and you can create folders that you can use. Now, here are groups. You can also create groups. Okay, these are some of the groups I belong to and some of the groups were created by me. All you need to do is to create a group. Just come here and click on create group. Okay, when you click on create group, another window will open and you will be asked whether you want it to be a public group. Okay, in a public group you share references only, or you want it to be a private group where you share references for full text files and exchange files among yourself and things like that. And you can make the group open. Okay, when it's open, it means any member of the public can contribute, and it is good for crowdsourcing reading lists. All right, you can also decide the group is by invite only. All right, so people can only join the group when you invite them. Now you can give a name to the group here, and then you can give a description to the group, and you just click on create group, and the group is created. Okay. For example, some of these groups I created them. For example, I created this particular group. For example, all right. So you can create groups and then get people to join the particular group you've created. Okay. For example, you see this is another group I created. Okay, and this is for some university students. We can share ideas and share some information and stuff like that. All right, so now that is how it works for creating groups. Now this is a Mendeley desktop. I want to go to my Mendeley web. All right, usually whatever you do in your Mendeley desktop, you have a carbon copy of it, right? So you have a copy of it also in your Mendeley web, all right? So If you want to go to Mendeley Web, you have to sign in with the email, the particular email you used in creating the Mendeley Web. Okay. Um, for most of the time, I used to just leave myself signed in already. Okay, but today I'll be signing in at signed out, so I'll be signing in. What I need to do is to put in my email address, and then I enter in my password. Okay. Um, Let me say remember me. Okay, and then I can sign in to my Mendeley Web. All right, so I sign in. This is my Mendeley Web. Okay. All right, so my Mendeley Web. If I want to see my profile, what I need to do is to click on my name. Then I can view my public profile. Okay, I just click on my name there, and I can view my public profile. Okay. All right, so this is what my public profile looks like. I have a few of my publications shown here. I have about 52 contacts, and a few of them are shown here. If I want to see all of them, I just click on see all, and then the remaining ones will appear. My public groups that I belong to are here. Uh, and then the public groups that I'm following, I'm not a member, I'm just following what is happening there. They are also listed there. Okay, these are a few details about myself. Okay, and if I want to see my Mendeley Web library, all I need to do is to click on my library. Right, so I just click on my library, and then I'll be able to see the references I have on my Mendeley desktop on my library. You can see that this folder that we just created, demo 3, is already here. Okay, we created it here. Okay, it is already here in the Mendeley Web. Okay, all right, and it is also empty. All right, so all the documents that I have on my Mendeley desktop, they are also here on the Mendeley Web. All right, so one nice thing about the future of Mendeley Web is that I can leave my computer here and go to another country, and I get a new computer. All I need to do is to download Mendeley desktop, install it on that computer, and I sign into my Mendeley Web. Okay, and then all the references that I had in my computer before going to another location, another country, for example, will automatically be downloaded to that particular computer in the new country where I am, in case I did not go with my laptop or maybe forgot it or something. All right, so uh, it's a very nice feature. Of course, you can decide to use a Mendeley desktop without the Mendeley Web, but it's good to have the tool, because the Mendeley Web is like a backup of your Mendeley desktop. All right, so you can synchronize your references across different several computers. Okay, and then you wouldn't have much problem. Okay, now this is my dashboard. On my dashboard, I can see some of my friends, and I can click on them, maybe look at their profiles and stuff like that. Papers, I can click on here. I can search some papers. Maybe I want some papers on, say, brucellosis, for example. I can just search, and then I'll see a lot of papers written about brucellosis. Okay, can see, for example, these are papers, and I can decide to save them to my library by clicking here, save. It goes to my library. Okay, it is added. I can add them. And another thing I can do is, apart from searching for papers, I can um, I can actually search for groups. I can search for groups by coming here and clicking on this drop down arrow and selecting groups. I can type the groups and click on search here and search for the groups. Another thing I can do is I can search for people. People who maybe I'm interested in making them my contact or collaborating with them in research. I can search for people, thousands of them. Okay, by just using this drop down menu, I can search for people. Okay, and many other things that I can do. Now, I want to just show something. In my other video, I've talked about cite and write using Mendeley. Sometimes people encounter a little problem. Maybe they have used Mendeley on a certain document, and then they, after maybe some days or weeks or longer, open the document, and maybe they want to look at the particular reference style, and then they come here. Perhaps they don't see anything. Okay, and Mendeley is asking them to insert insert a citation to view the list of styles. Okay, now when you have these, there are usually two possibilities. One is that your references were not entered using Mendeley. For example, here these references were not entered using Mendeley. How do I know? If I click on any of the references, I don't see any highlighting. Usually it will be highlighted a little bit dark ash color. It indicates that I used a particular reference software for the references. If I go to the list of references at the end and I click on them, nothing happens. It means I did not use the software to enter in the references. All right. But let's say that I used Mendeley to enter the references. Okay, like in this second document now. And yet when I come here, I cannot simply find the style. And I wonder what is happening. And I know I used Mendeley. How do I know? See, you can see here, there is a little bit of ash color when I click on the references. Okay, so what do I do? Okay, what I should do is just go to the reference list and just click on the first reference or anywhere on the references. I just click on it. You see, the whole references are highlighted. Now, when that is done, I should now refresh. Okay, I should come under my references, under the menu here, references. I should use this button refresh. Okay, I use this button refresh so I can activate this particular menu to show me the style that was used. All right, so after refreshing, I know that the particular citation style that I used for these references is nature. Okay, and then I can change to other references that I want. For example, I can say, all right, change it to Acta Tropica for me. Okay, I just select on it and see it has changed. Okay, okay, it has changed. Or I can say I want to change to the University of Nottingham style, for example. I just click on it and then it is going to change. All right, it has changed it. Okay, all right. So that is what is usually done. Okay, this is a very important function, refresh. And sometimes you maybe come here and you alter maybe some references, maybe you manually correct it. For example, maybe you change the volume number or issue number or the page number or something of a particular reference that you've already inserted inside your paper or thesis or something. If you've done that, it will not automatically be reflected in the paper. It will not, because um, the Microsoft Word with the MS Word plugin on Mendeley doesn't know that you've changed something in the desktop. Now, for you to for it to know that you've made a change, you have to come and click on refresh. So if you altered something in the desktop or a reference that is already in your write-up, you should always come and also refresh. Right, this is very important. Now, if you write a paper and you want to send it to a journal, for example, and you want to remove the field codes, okay, there are field codes. That's why when I click on this, you can see that it is highlighted, right? A little bit of an ash color or something on it, because there are field codes on it. If you want to remove these field codes, finally, before sending your document, maybe to the editor of a journal, you should come to export here and select export. All right, this would remove the field codes, and you will save your document as a plain document. Plain document that cannot be edited with Mendeley. It will just be plain, like any document written. The references will still be there intact, but they cannot be edited using Mendeley. Now, this is very important. Now, I want to show you some other things in Mendeley desktop. Okay. Now, let me look at this folder, for example. I've got references in this folder, and I want to read the references before I insert them into my write-up. Okay. All I need to do is there are three ways. Okay. I can click on this PDF icon and open the PDF. Okay, I just click on it, the PDF is going to open. Or I can double click on the reference. Here, I can double click on this reference. The PDF will open. Okay, so the PDF has opened. Or I can come to where the reference details are, and then I look for the PDF icon and click on it. The reference will also open. The full document will open. All right, for me to read, go through, and maybe be very sure of it before I add it to my references. All right, now there is something else about this. I might want to open the PDF outside of Mendeley. Okay, so I select it, select the reference, right click, and then I say open file externally. If I say open file externally, the file is going to be opened, but it will be opened outside of my Mendeley software. Okay, the file will be open, but it will be open outside of my Mendeley software. You can see, okay, here that the file has opened, but it has opened outside my Mendeley software. Okay, so that also you can do, and I think that this is pretty interesting. Um, Another thing is when you open a PDF file, um, you can rotate. Okay, you can rotate. All right. You can zoom out. You can zoom in. You can have it as a full screen. You can email the document. All right. You can even select text within the document. You can highlight text within the documents, add notes, copy, paste, lots of things, you can do to the PDF document. All right, so it's very pretty interesting the way Mendeley has made it easy to do a lot of things. All right, so these are things you can explore, and use. It's very nice. Okay, you can search maybe for some words or some items within the PDF by searching here. Okay, all right, so when you want to go back to your library all the time, always remember to click on my library here, return to your library. All right, if you want to close the PDF files, you can just close them using this uh, X sign, okay, for close, and you can close them. Okay, all right. So this is pretty interesting. You know, lots of things that you can do with Mendeley. Okay, and I did not mention in my other video, I think, that if you have maybe some journal papers that the references are not available online, or you don't have the PDFs to drag and drop and all that, you can always enter those references manually. Okay, you can enter the details, you enter the title of the paper, the name of the authors, name of the journal, the year, volume, etc. Okay. Of course, the default is a journal article, the default type for a particular citation you're trying to put in your library. But of course, you have a web page, working paper, reports, pattern, newspaper, magazine. You have a book session and all that, right? And you can use them as appropriate. And anytime you enter these details, always remember to click on save, and then you save them. And remember, if it is an unpublished work, you may wish to exclude it from the Mendeley Web catalog by selecting here to exclude it before you save. Okay, this is pretty important. All right, so these are some of the things you can do with the Mendeley software. There are many other things, of course, that you can do with your Mendeley software. Like I've mentioned, like here you can add to your favorites by just clicking, okay, and just star it. And you can indicate that you've read a particular document by just clicking, okay, so that this button becomes green. It means you've marked that reference as read, that you've already read it. All right, now anytime you want to delete references out of your Mendeley desktop, you just select the reference one, or you want to select more than one, you can use your control and click, and then you can delete. Okay, for example, let's say I want to delete these references. I can just come here and then select delete documents. All right, so let me actually delete. Okay, let me, under this demo tool, let me delete this one. Okay, all right, you can see that it's deleted. Let's say you want to delete a whole folder. All you need to do is select the folder. I select this demo tree, and then I said remove folder. Okay, it will warn me remove folder demo tree. This action cannot be reversed. Okay, so yeah, I want it removed. Okay, and then when you do stuff like this, always remember to synchronize. Okay, I've removed the demo tree, so I want to synchronize so that it will also be removed from my Mendeley web. Okay, so that it can also be removed from my Mendeley web. So I just synchronize it. Hopefully it has finished synchronizing. And then let me check here in my Mendeley web library. Let me check if demo 3 is still there. No, it has been removed. All right, because I synchronized. Okay, and this is very important that you always remember to synchronize your library. Okay, now there are several ways by which you can filter your references. You can filter by authors. Here the default I have here is filter by authors. All right, so if I select any of these author names, I get the paper written by the author, any of these author names. Okay, all right, you can also filter by tags. You can also filter by publications. You can also filter by keywords. Okay, for example, filter by authors keywords. These are keywords in my references. If I select any of these, for example, maybe abattoir, I see the references that have abattoir as a keyword, stuff like that. All right, so I love to leave it as a filter by authors. Okay, and sometimes if you have a library with many references like mine, and you're looking for a particular reference, there are several ways you can do it. Of course, you can arrange your references here in auto order alphabetically by just clicking here. This is arranged alphabetically from A to Z. Okay, I can change it to begin from Z, or the ones that the author name is not known, till to A. Okay, so I can do this by authors. I can also do it by title. I can do it by year. I can do it by the particular journal book is published, or by the time it was added to my library. All right. Um, Usually, I think I love to leave this one, so that it will arrange it based on the references, the time I added the references to my library. I can search for a particular reference, maybe written by a particular author, by just type in the name of the author here, for example, and then the references by that particular author are going to appear here. Okay, uh, this can easily be done. And then when I want to return back, I can just clear this, okay, and then go back to the normal setup. If I want to see the details of any reference, I just select it, and on this right panel, I can see the details of that particular reference. Okay, so there are lots of things you can do in Mendeley. Hopefully, I'll have some more videos talking about Mendeley. All right, so thank you for listening. Bye.